Hello and welcome to your Wildcat News. I'm Clayton Connor.
And I'm Katie Hall. Our big story this week is the severe weather that hit the state this past Friday. Thunderstorms and high winds resulted in fallen trees, power outages, property damage, and multiple fatal incidents. According to Governor Andy Beshear, 5 people lost their lives due to Friday's weather. The damages are still being repaired and many are still left without power. Officials advise to keep away from fallen wires and power lines.
During the storm, we experienced hurricane-force winds beyond what we are used to. This has caused a lot of damage and fallout throughout the state. This weekend, I explored the scene around Lexington. The windstorm that swept through our campus and Lexington caused a lot of problems for our residents. There are many broken trees, downed power lines, and fallen debris. The damage caused mass power outages that have taken time for limited crews to fix, with thousands of residents still without power over 5 days later. Traffic lights would also go down, forcing the use of generators and police cars to power the intersections. UK took some damage in the storm, with glass breaking over a bridge on Limestone and a tree falling in front of Taylor Ed, just to name a couple. Utility workers immediately sprang into action, trying to fix any damages. Governor Beshear praised the work of the utility companies and compliments the help received.
The local response has been impressive, and that from local emergency management to county government, they have moved quickly, and that they are doing a really good job.
And then I was going to say, and help your neighbor, but I don't think I have to say that after walking around today. So it's great to see, and thanks for having me.
Local authorities continue to preach patience as they try to bring everyone back up and running. In Lexington, I'm Clayton Connor with Wildcat News. Fayette County Public Schools were closed again today due to the impact of the storm. Tomorrow, all but 4 of the schools will reopen. The 4 schools that will remain closed are Garden Springs Elementary, James Lane Allen Elementary, and Windburn Middle. Southern Middle School will also remain closed after a fire unrelated to the storm. FCPS has been providing free boxed meal pickup locations throughout the area while we have schools been closed.
The windstorm also affected businesses around town, with many losing power and having to close. Food-related businesses, however, were booming.
As of Monday, 3 days after the storm, businesses are still left without power. All of Chevy Plaza is still without power, making it to where they have to close down and turn away sales until the power returns. However, restaurants who still have power face the opposite of this problem.
Well, Friday, we definitely noticed an increase right after the storm settled and the wind really set in. And then Saturday was one of our busiest days on record, actually. And, you know, we got stressful with the business, but it is kind of nice being able to cook for people who, you know, can't even cook at the moment. So it's kind of been in good spirits about it in some ways. We actually ran out of almost everything last night, so it's a first for us, too. We turned away some orders, actually, towards the end of the night because we just ran out of stuff. Luckily, we got a truck in today, so business as usual now, so that's good.
Lexington is a community and will survive. The city is working hard to get picked up and back on its feet, with power for Fayette County hopefully returning soon.
Strong winds affected more than just Lexington over the weekend. Here is Samantha Money with more.
The Bluegrass State took quite the hit from high winds and rain on Friday. Trees are down and power was out all around Kentucky, and now the cleanup process is well underway. In northern Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear, along with Director of Kentucky Emergency Management Jeremy Slinker, spoke of the community effort.
The local response has been impressive, and that from local emergency management to county government, they have moved quickly, and that they are doing a really good job.
And then I was going to say, and help your neighbor, but I don't think I have to say that after walking around today. So it's great to see, and thanks for having me.
A Ring doorbell in Erlanger captured a FedEx driver narrowly avoiding injury from a falling tree knocked over by strong winds. Seconds before, he had been standing on this porch dropping off the packages. In Louisville, heavy rain accompanied the high winds and flooded the streets. Barricades routed traffic around the blocked roads. Around the state, fallen trees also blocked roads and caused building damage. Cleanup continues to help those affected. With Wildcat News, I'm Samantha Money.
UK students affected by the storm can visit uky.edu/basic-needs/eat for resources to help find free food, get free meal swipes, and $1 meals. Students in need of food and personal care items can also visit the Big Blue Pantry in Whitehall, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. There are also resources for local residents affected by the recent storms. You can call 311 for problems related to power outages and fallen trees. For structural damages, contact the Red Cross at 1-800-RED-CROSS. And for those who have storm debris, it can be taken to the former Old Frankfort Pike landfill at 1631 Old Frankfort Pike for no charge until Friday, March 10th. Storm debris can also be taken to the Thoroughbred landfill at 4216 Hedger Lane and disposed at a 60% discount.
Coming up on Wildcat News, how you can get rid of parking tickets here on campus.
And a bit about those service dogs we see walking around between classes. We'll be right back.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I'm a first-generation Filipino American.
You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
From food drives to service dogs in training, there is a lot going on around UK's campus right now.
Wildcat News reporter Sophie Davis has more on what's going on in the UK community.
Do you have any unpaid parking tickets? Well, Big Blue Pantry's annual Donations for Citations is happening right now. I took a closer look to see how this drive can benefit you and the rest of the Big Blue Nation community.
Once a year, the Big Blue Pantry partners with UK Transportation Services in a food drive. The deal? Donate 10 food items or 5 personal care items to pay off a $30 parking ticket from the university.
I think it's a win-win for everybody. You get to do good for other people, and you also get to help yourself out by getting rid of a parking citation.
The Big Blue Pantry, located in the basement of Whitehall, is part of UK's track hub that provides campus support services. The pantry supplies free food and personal care items to students. This is the pantry's 8th year partnering with Transportation Services in Donations for Citations.
Well, last year we collected over 3,000 pounds of donations. I would love to beat that goal this year.
The donations from the drive help stock the pantry shelves for months. The Big Blue Pantry staff ask that you donate only non-refrigerable items, such as peanut butter and shampoo. They have donation suggestions on their website for you to check out.
This year I would say the priority is dry goods like pasta, rice, maybe dry beans, ramen, always a favorite.
So, Big Blue Nation, to eliminate a parking ticket and help your community, you can drop donations off at the Transportation Services Care Center on Press Avenue.
One thing to note about the drive is that you can only pay off one regular citation of $30 or less. So this does not include immobilizations, impoundments, or improper use of permits. All the examples and other information is provided on the UK Transportation website. In other campus news, if you've seen a dog with a red vest around UK, you've most likely seen a UK four-paws trainer with their foster dog. Eli Hendricks found out what these dogs are learning and how important their work is.
Erin Hubbard is a trainer for UK Four Paws, a campus organization that helps train service dogs. She's currently training Benjamin to help his future owners.
The earliest our dogs go out to foster is around 8 weeks old. I picked him up right as he was turning 9 weeks old. And when you first pick them up, mostly what you're working on is going to be that the potty training, just the general puppy manners, getting used to wearing their gear kind of thing. Ben is now almost 9 months old, so he's working on refining his manners and making sure he's good in public and working on any problems that he might have.
Did you high five? Yes, good boy. Good boy.
Our dogs go to a variety of different specialties is probably the best word for it. Our main job as primary handlers and secondary handlers is what you'll see around campus, is socializing them and then basic obedience. With the puppies, mostly what you're working on is going to be that basic obedience, just making sure they're kind of getting in a routine of things, making sure they're fully potty trained, and that's where you start building up the comfortability of being in public. So we want our dogs to be able to be in public with their people for extended periods of time and comfortable working for that long as well. Around a year and a half, they'll get called back for advanced training, and that's where they will start the specialties. One thing I really enjoy about our program is that we specifically train for children with disabilities or veterans with PTSD. Ben, because he's got a really good nose and just because I have experience in the program, I'm hoping he'll do tracking. Tracking is like when a child runs off and they track that scent and track the child down, essentially.
UK Four Paws has over 50 dogs on campus and wants students to know that it's okay to pet the dogs as long as they ask first and the dog isn't working on something specific that day. So when finals rolls around, ask a Four Paws trainer if it's okay to pet their dog. It all helps us socialize them and put dogs like Benjamin in homes that need them. With Wildcat News, I'm Eli Hendricks.
To learn how you can help train of service dogs, go to UK Four Paws social media or BB Involved. That is our campus wrap-up for today. We'll be right back with Kentucky Pop Art.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Welcome back. You may not be familiar with her name, but you may have seen her artwork around Lexington.
Reporter David Ashley talked with artist Jeriel Hanlon about her business and changes in the Lexington art scene.
You may not know her name, but you would definitely recognize her distinct art, which can be seen all over Lexington. Jeriel Hanlon has been making art locally for over 10 years with her business, Kentucky Pop Art. She has witnessed the local art scene go through many changes.
When I started my business 10 years ago, there weren't any art fairs around. I literally took my prints and put them on the sidewalk and asked for donations.
According to Hanlon, artists never had a place to regularly sell art until a few years ago, when places such as the Lexington Farmers Market became more open to the idea of including artists.
They made the farmers market something that you as an artist could sign up for on a regular basis rather than just sporadically here and there.
This inclusion of art in local markets and businesses has given many artists the ability to make a steady income and create more art for the Lexington community.
The night market was really an important thing to appear for me, to have regular income. I had been supplementing with teaching some art, and the Woodland Art Fair happens once a year.
Currently, you can find Hanlon's work at Pop's Resale, the Lexington Peddlers Mall, and the Lexington Farmers Market, as well as her Etsy store and Facebook page. Reporting for Wildcat News, I'm David Ashley.
Yeah, the art there is really beautiful. I always liked going around Lexington and seeing all the art and murals everywhere.
Yeah, me too. Like the sculptures and stuff just down on Main Street there.
Absolutely. It adds a lot of culture to our town, and I think it brings a lot to the scene.
It also brings landmarks too, like the Walking Man by the Lex.
I hope none of the art got damaged in the storm over the weekend, though.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard for all of Kentucky. I didn't have power until late Sunday night.
Late Sunday night? I lost mine for about 15 minutes.
I know some people and some teachers even still don't have power.
Yeah.
A friend of mine said they estimated tomorrow night before they could get power back.
Tomorrow night?
Yes.
That is a very, very long time.
Yes, well, that is all for your Wildcat News for today. We hope to see you again tomorrow.
Yes, thank you for joining us and have a great night.